Hey guys, Big Joe here, and I'm making this short video to give you my first impressions of Takagi-san Season 2 Episode 1. Now this is not an analysis nor is it a review. It's just an opportunity for me to share some of my thoughts and initial reactions to the show. Now one thing I didn't do is record my live reaction, so if that's something you might want to see, then let me know in the comments and I will arrange to do that next week. In the meantime, let's first address the elephant in the room. It appears that no one has the streaming rights to Season 2 in the West. It appears that the only place you're going to find it online is on the Japanese version of Netflix, which does not have English subtitles. I have no idea why seemingly no other streaming site has picked up this show, especially Crunchyroll. Unfortunately, there is currently no legal way to watch the show, and I hope you will forgive me for not sharing how I watched it, for what I hope are obvious reasons. So now that we got the meta stuff out of the way, let's talk about the episode itself, which I am going to spoil. So if you haven't seen it yet, I suggest you leave this video and come back after you've watched it. So as far as introductions go, Textbook is a really good starting point. In fact, I would argue it's an even better introduction than Eraser was. While the trick in Eraser was really intricate and manipulative and something that you didn't see a lot of in the show, the trick in Textbook was actually quite simple. Takagi just withheld a piece of information. So after that we get to the OP, and I'm not going to lie, it is going to take me some time to get used to this new OP. I don't like it as much as I liked the first one. I feel like the first one did a much better job at displaying the premise of the show as well as introducing the side characters, whereas this one just kind of shows you still images of the side characters and seems to put most of the effort into the animated chapter title cards. Which, don't get me wrong, they are very cool. Although I do wish the OP did a better job at sort of explaining what the show is all about. But who knows, by the end of the series I might have changed my mind. Remember, this is a first impressions video. I haven't put a lot of thought into this. So as the story continues, it becomes apparent that they have actually merged Chapter 61, Textbook, with Chapter 84, Vertical Text, and that is a fantastic idea. While Textbook does a good job at explaining how Takagi can trick Nishikata, Vertical Text is a perfect example of how Nishikata will try to turn the tables and ultimately fail. Adding those two stories together essentially makes the perfect introduction to this show. Next story on the docket was Hypnosis, which was a fine choice to further explore Nishikata's and Takagi's rivalry as well as their boundaries. The fact that Nishikata changed his mind about what he wanted her to do, and the fact that Takagi knew he would, really just says a lot about how these two see each other, how they treat each other, and how they feel about each other. Takagi is Nishikata's rival, but that does not mean he wants to do anything to genuinely hurt or upset her. Waking Up wasn't too bad. I usually don't like the stories that focus on Yukari, Mina, and Sane, but this one was actually pretty nice. It tied in well with the previous story, and we actually got to learn quite a bit about Mina. And then the episode ended with Skipping Stones, which was frankly the perfect story to end this episode. Again, it shows Nishikata's scheming nature, it shows one of the common ways in which Takagi gets into his head, but most importantly, it really hammers home just how much these two care about each other. When Takagi is about to fall into the river, Nishikata rescues her almost instinctively, and Takagi does feel genuinely bad that he had to get hurt. So all in all, this first episode was absolutely fantastic. I loved it, and I cannot wait to see what else they have in store. Now I noticed some people are asking when I'm going to start analysing, and the answer is after the series is finished. I want to make sure I have the whole picture before I start really digging into it. That's why I'm making these videos, a way for me to talk about the show I love and to give you guys content about the show you love, while still being able to wait until the moment is just right. And that is it for this video. If you want to see the analysis videos I made previously, I'll leave a link in the end card and in the description. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you next time.